Ken Carson is about to drop the most significant project of his career.
Subject had a positive reaction. It's working.
The album, which is now called Experiment, has a very complicated and captivating story behind it on why it's so important and significant.
It's not The Experiment now, it's simply been renamed to Experiment. That's one big news we got to cover in today's video, alongside just a lot of new information, which Ken Carson has obviously been extremely active since we made our last video on Monday.
Ken Carson, I really hope you know who he is already. He makes my job really easy. Just thousands of videos if you want a background on him. Anyways, Ken Carson is the poster child for the underground at this point. The future of rap, some believe. Besides being signed to Playboy's Carti's Opium label and being the first artist signed to said label, he has come to be known as a pioneer of rage music in its final form, pushing the sound, scene, and wave into its fullest and highest extent. On the other side of the same coin, he's also been scrutinized for ushering in what's known as rage slop.
Continue in a way that was unflattering. It was kind of like, oh wait, this guy only knows how to write one song. And the tracks got worse and more incoherent. As the record continued, like the flows and performances just got worse and sloppier. And honestly, I couldn't make it any further into the record than this. Yeah, I'm probably not changing that zero.
You know, maybe it doesn't just sound like a bass boosted YouTube poop.
The basic idea is that rage, or the so-called experimental music, is pure garbage, disguised as art or requiring special taste or trained hearing. To disguise the music as creative and pushing the boundaries, rather than it being uninspired and unironically tasteless and effortful. In the words of Fantano, it's overwhelming emphasis on style over real substance.
Improvement over his last. Yeah, it's not by much. And look, it's not because Ken needs to reinvent the wheel or be wholly different than anybody else out there. You know, just some records that have more substance over style would be nice. Or
what makes this criticism even more compelling is that it's not just the opinion of an art critic, let's say, or an old head who doesn't get it. These same sentiments are echoed repeatedly across the internet and social media from even his fans and supporters. Boring and repetitive, uninspired, talentless in the traditional sense. Now, they say music is subjective, and I would agree with that. However, there should also be like an objective metric to at least be used to measure and determine quality. These metrics are vital, and most importantly, they are valid.
Or conceptual art, an empty room with a light switching on and off, a blue canvas with a white line down the middle, a urinal, people running around in a circle with their fingers up each other's butts. This masterpiece, an unmade bed, Yoko Ono screaming like a demented bitch. Modern art, or conceptual art, isn't art at all. It's one big circle jerk of pretentious twats trying to make themselves look sophisticated by ascribing meaning to something that's completely meaningless.
The first reason why an objective standard and metric is necessary is not so much to overanalyze and criticize creativity to death, or to box ingenuity in, but to be able to reward genuine effort and competence as opposed to creative nonsense. Apart from the similarities in the concept for their names, both DaBaby and Ken Carson, upon closer microscopic examination, begin to become more and more alike. DaBaby has walked this road too before, not too long ago. He came in the game and definitely he had a very unique and distinctive flow, personality and style, but more so his flow. It was easily recognizable, catchy. At first, people could tolerate it for a few songs, and then a few more. But beyond that, people started being like, turn the music off, turn the music off. It's not like he was a quote-unquote bad rapper. He's got bars. The problem is, it got boring, repetitive, redundant, and stale really fast. It was so obvious you could literally predict with a certain degree of confidence how his new release was going to sound like. At some point, it became a whole meme and people started trolling and being nasty about it.
Drop the beat and watch me take it home.
Overall thoughts on the project, like I said, the baby sound is really consistent. It's on my offline on my title app, but I'm not really sure how much replay attention this album is going to get per se, because it does sound similar to Baby on Baby and Kirk.
Aries' slow downward trajectory over the past couple of years, especially after seeing him be one of the most in-demand feature artists really of the modern era just a little while ago. Because look, DaBaby, despite his faults and his shortcomings and his issues, he does have a charismatic delivery, an instantly recognizable voice, and a flow that at one time pretty much everybody wanted to hear or have on their record. Look, the point of this video isn't to discount DaBaby's talent or even say, hey, all that stuff that you guys thought was good, those hits, those highlights, those great features, they were actually all bad. No, I mean, those older DaBaby tracks certainly still hold weight, and for sure there's a reason that they popped off in the first place, but as an artist in the mainstream, in order to hold that position, you can't simply get by on doing the same thing forever. Unfortunately, that's just kind of what DaBaby has been doing. It's to the point where even among his fans and supporters,
not to mention that the fact that he got cancelled was, as they say, the straw that broke the camel's back. Something I feel at the point Ken Carson is right now. If he catches a case or get cancelled for any reason, he might as well kiss his career goodbye. Ken Carson is very close to this point. It's possible he's already there. The project is done and ready to be released as of a few days ago. He has been teasing this for months now. I just wish he didn't do that this fast, this soon, taking into account that the only reason this album even exists in the first place is because people are asking him to evolve. I'm no scientist, but everyone knows that one thing all great things require is time. In all honesty, there's no evidence or reason to believe Ken has greatly transformed within this period of time. Not to mention he has been releasing music almost non-stop from the last album till now. It's completely absurd to think that Ken is somehow talentless. Even his critics would immediately tell you that's not the case.
Clean. Come on, he just gotta keep this momentum up. I ain't gonna lie. Okay.
Bro. Hold on. Y'all said he on stage. Look. Hold up. I actually rather just listen to an Apple Music. This shit looks stupid to me. I'm not gonna lie. I'ma pass. Yo, we just gonna keep listening here. And he behind, bro.
Till this day, he has one of the best beats in the underground scene or music game, period. And although people might say his talent as a rapper or songwriter is mid, they always without exception hold his beats in high regard.
on this track is so insane. The low end on this track just comes through really heavy. So yeah, sometimes it is impressive how far Ken and his collaborators will go to make these songs sound so abrasive and so distorted and so nasty. But by that same token, these moves leave Ken very little room on this record to grow or experiment or do anything exciting or new. I mean, on some level it does feel like he broadcasts that right out of the gate with the title of this album. He is in fact giving us more chaos right after delivering a great chaos. He might as well have titled this album More of the Same. So yeah, this record is not a lyrical experience, obviously. Though I will say, here and there, Ken does seem to be putting in...
To me, this is the actual conundrum for Ken Carson. It's not better beats he needs. He already won that battle a long time ago. Already proved yourself in that regard. Every project arrives carrying the exact same promise. This is the one. This is where Ken evolves. This is where he takes the next step. Then the conversation usually ends the same way. Good project, but that but keeps getting louder. And I don't think people are asking for more music. I think they are asking for growth. Because growth doesn't always mean bigger. Sometimes it means different. It has become a well-known fact that the greatest music artist of all time had a particular message when it comes to releasing music. Given that he is a perfectionist with everything else that he does, the idea is Michael Jackson would do each song an absurd amount of time, or fixate and practice a particular dance move over and over till the point of perfection. And when it came to releasing music, he would only release an album after every 4 or 5 years. And during that time, nothing.
Give him your best. You want to do the best you can do for him because he's given you his best.
Last year, I was fortunate enough to interview Bill Schnee, who worked as a live engineer for Michael Jackson. Bill recorded a live show, and when Michael came back after to listen to the recording of the show, he insisted on recording his vocals again.
And when Michael got there, I put him in my chair and hit play, and the thing started, and he said, "Turn my vocal off, turn my vocal off." I stopped the tape and I said, "Michael, you really should listen to your vocals. I mean, they're really gorgeous and near perfect." And he said, "No, I want to make everything perfect."
Is that as good as it gets as a performer?
Gee, if I say no, I'll sound arrogant. I don't think I'm ever pleased with my performances. Never. And after that performance, I wasn't happy either. I wanted to do the 5 spins, then go on the toes and freeze there and just hold it and stay there, you know, and I didn't. But I was angry about that, actually, real disappointed. And I didn't realize I really did well until the next day when Fred Astaire called my house in Encino, raving. He said, "I can't believe it, you're an incredible mover." And I was, oh my God, I think maybe I did well.
He came in the door.
He had the melody down. Like
he had it down. He basically, when we did Thriller, he knew what he was going to sing and how he was going to sing it, how he was going to execute it, all of his ad-libs. He knew all of the vocal...
All the ad-libs?
Yeah, all of the vocal background parts.
So he knew they were going to go?
He knew every single hiccup, he, ta, ha. He knew every single thing to this extent. When he would be on the microphone and he was singing background vocals, let's say if it's a 3-part harmony, so he's singing 3 vocal parts, each of those parts is doubled, means it's recorded twice. The basic is on the left, the double is on the right, so he would do the notes ascending. And when he would sing, he would, in his mind, have the musical arrangement of if he did an ad-lib, he knew this ad-lib was going to be coming out of the left speaker, and when he did this other ad-lib, he knew to sing it on the double, so it would come out on the right speaker.
And he'd hear it that way? You guys...
He had it totally mapped out.
So you were making...
800 songs to do Thriller. To get 9 songs. And then at the end of the road, what we do is once I get those 9 songs on their feet, I give a very honest moment with myself and say, okay, in the 9 songs, relatively, what are the 4 weakest? It's a hard decision, but you have to really be real. And musically, you know. And you take those 4 out, and for a lot of them were hits, One was Mike Cimbello had Carousel in there, which we substituted with Human Nature, and we added Lady in My Life, wrote PYT, and added Beat It and Human Nature. And that together with Billie Jean, and don't start in something and Thriller, it's over, because you got to.
This makes all the sense, because time would allow the artist to observe the quality of the music over time, and on top of that, absorb new ideas into old ones, behind the scenes. And when it got released, it will capture a significant amount of novel emotions through a period of time. Several other artists have this philosophy in one variation or another. Juice WRLD, for example, would do multiple takes on the same song. I don't mean the performance alone. I mean the entire song, restructured and replaced top to bottom, leaving it in the hands of his collaborators to pick the best ones.
The favorite? There's nobody who is ever better. Did you ever meet him?
No, bro.
Right. This guy comes in the room, okay? He comes in, you press play on the beat. Instantly, he goes, all right, let me in. Does a full song. It's the best song you've ever heard. Then he says, do it again on the same beat. Then does another song, and it's the best song you've ever heard. And then he said, pick which one you like better. And then we do 8 songs in one day. Fastest, best ever.
Even Playboy Carti embodies this philosophy as well. There's a reason his last 2 albums are so critically important, besides the absurd amount of creativity he puts into them. One of his greatest assets was also time. Time to rebuild, to structure, to break down and redo, to try and try again behind the scenes. Enough time for doubt, and then clarity, and then doubt again, and then faith. All of this to capture the essence of complete transformation. I don't have to say it out loud for us to realize Ken Carson has not done his homework yet, since the seriousness of the situation is, well, serious. If he wants to keep his fans, if he wants to push himself beyond his current level and status, if he wants to rise up to the heavens and become a true star, an immortal artist, he must produce something emotionally powerful and potent, like all the greats do. Will the experiment do that? Well, we can only wait to find out. It's an experiment after all.